The Oklahoma City Thunder, over their rebuild, has been able to put together a good core of young players. Trey Mann, Aaron Wiggins, Josh Giddey, Lu Dort, Chet Holmgren, and in this recent draft, they also struck gold on another young rookie by the name of Jalen Williams. Not that Jalen Williams. This Jalen Williams. The Thunder managed to draft two players with similar names in the same draft, which is pretty cool. Jalen being the 12th pick in last year's draft. He's 6'5" and with really good size and frame with a 7'2" wingspan. Williams is aggressive and dunks everything. Whether if it's in transition, off of a cut, getting inside on a drive, he can throw down some vicious ones. He has 40 recorded dunks made on the season, and as the season progressed, he has seen more shine in a starting role. This Thunder team likes to get out and run, and Williams plays well within that system, either being a beneficiary or pushing the ball in transition himself and making plays. My first glimpse of Williams was an early season game against the Dallas Mavericks, and he had like 13 points, 4 steals. His handle and ability to get to the rim and the defensive plays he made really made me focus on him and his play. There was a play where he had the ball against Tim Hardaway. Poku came up with a ghost screen, and Williams just blew by Tim with ease, exploded off the ground off of 2 feet, swerved by the arms of Christian Wood, absorbed contact, and finished high off the glass. And I'm just like, man, I am bookmarking this dude. Williams is averaging 11.6 points and 3.8 rebounds and 2.8 assists on 51% field goal shooting, 28% from 3, and a 57% true shooting percentage. What immediately pops with Jalen is the ball handling, his ability to get downhill, as well as his finishing. He attempts around 8 drives a game, and according to Cleaning the Glass, he is shooting 71%, finishing at the rim, ranking in the 82nd percentile. A 6'5" guard is shooting 71% as a rookie. That is flat out crazy. Most of his shots comes at the rim as he operates at a 44% frequency scoring at the rim, and most of these finishes is coming in the open court, off cuts, and even as a ball handler where in one-on-one scenarios he can get into the lane. He has good instincts as a cutter, noticing when his defender is helping off of him and when to make himself available, showing the ability to play within the flow of an offense and take advantage of a helping defense. As a cutter, he operates at an 8.3% frequency and is shooting 85% on cuts, ranking in the 95th percentile. One of the best times to cut and move off ball is when your defender is playing in help and doesn't have the ball and you within their sight. So with Marcus Smart helping to close the gap here in early offense versus Shea, he has his back away from Williams, which he takes as an opportunity to cut inside off of him, and Shea dimes him for this backdoor cut. The Thunder can also draw up some plays for him on cuts. Josh Giddey gets the ball up top here, and Shea will set a back screen for Williams up top as he cuts to the hoop. Williams is able to get ahead of the defense and gets a clean look at the basket. Here he executes a 45 cut from the wing. Early into the Thunder's offense, Aaron Wiggins gets inside and draws in the help from the weak side defender and Van Vliet. Trent has to zone up between Dort and Williams to help the helper, and with the Williams' cut, it makes it harder to defend two guys. Flynn fails to bump Williams and Wiggins dimes him off the cut. What's also fun about Williams is that the Thunder can utilize him as a screener. He has a nice frame and some great speed that allows him to be a threat off of slips. The Thunder operate in horns, and you get a nice Jalen to Jalen connection. Jalen Williams with the ball at the right elbow and Jalen Williams setting a flare for Lu Dort. Jalen will then quick turn around and goes to screen for his teammate coming up from the corner and immediately slips to the rim, completely leaving Grant Williams in the dust as he makes the layup. Williams is really good in straight line drives and shows off some good touch around the rim, and when he is getting ready to attack, you can see the acceleration he gets when going downhill. It's noticeable here. He brings the ball up slow, but once he notices the angle to attack, he drastically gains speed and then on a pickup gets his body into the defender and hits a floater. He can be crafty around the rim and shows the ability to play above and below the rim. He gets his switch on Nurkic and immediately takes him to the rim. He uses the rim here as a way to negate the shot blocker, getting Nurkic on his hip and reversing the layup. Williams' craft around the rim is impressive, showing off some floaters when he notices the defense is packed in the paint, can use his inside hand at times as a finish. Now Williams, as a ball handler, he can be trusted to bring the ball up at times. His play in ball screens is where he's going to make his money with more reps, making timely reads. He keeps his eyes up, notices how the offense develops and when he should attack or set up a teammate. He has shown the ability to make some really nice passes to cut in teammates and shooters. He can make a variety of passes so far as a rookie, bounce passes on backdoor cuts, wraparound passes, kick out passes. He can operate in a role of a secondary playmaker with his court vision. His rim scoring mixed with his playmaking capabilities truly makes him a key piece for this team. He's averaging a good amount of minutes too, 27.7 minutes a game. One noticeable downside about Jalen is that when defended with pressure, meaning when teams who are showing multiple bodies at him with gap help where he gets trapped, he can cough the ball up easily, burp up some bad shots, or throw some rough passes. His creation on ball has a limit to it so far. Jalen isn't a shifty player that can break down defenses with ease, also doesn't have a quick burst, and against lengthy, competent defenders, he can sometimes fold, picking up his dribble easily sometimes on the attack and panic looking for someone to immediately throw the ball to. On drives, he does have good mechanics, looks to get low on drives, uses his off arm to shield defenders, and can finish with craft. He has a good dribble package to where he can size up defenders to get from point A to point B. What's interesting about how defenses play him in ball screens is that they are comfortable switching guys on him rather than going under his screens. This shows that they just want to keep a body in front of him. Defenses aren't sold on him constantly beating defenders to the rim. He still is able at times, but they are comfortable just living with that result. Williams shoots 28% from 3 and 74% from the free throw line, two areas of his game that needs improvement. Williams is good off ball, but the 3-point shooting would really help when playing next to creators like Shea and Giddey, who can generate catch and shoot looks for him. He hasn't been able to knock these down at a high rate, but when that does come around, as well as his free throw shooting, his scoring numbers can see a good jump. Jalen does provide some mid-range shooting juice, decent shooting numbers, operating at a 30% frequency and shooting 44% in the mid-range area per cleaning the glass. Most of his damage in the mid-range is coming in the short mid-range area inside the free throw line, where he shoots 48%, coming mostly off of floaters and runners that he can hit. He does shoot an outside mid-range shot. He's comfortable taking when defenses are playing in drop coverage, or he can snatch back against a defender off of a drive and shoot a mid-range shot. He can get into his spots and he shows strong capabilities there, and it's a secondary scoring option for him if he can't get into the paint. Jalen does show a lot of grit on the defensive end. He can be aggressive on ball, willing to take hits. He is best suited defending wings, and due to his 7'2" wingspan, it helps him a lot on contests and closeouts. He's capable of switching onto guards and centers and showing fight when defending. He takes charges, he rushes quick to close out, he can test shots strong, and sometimes able to block shots. His defense pops a lot when off ball. He plays the passing lanes well, able to read and come in and intercept the pass, can play gap defense effectively with those long arms, allowing him to deflect passes, averaging just under 1 steal a game. That'll wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed the breakdown, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you like NBA breakdowns like these. With all that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.